Yeah, thanks for having me. It is beautiful.
Yeah. Do you have any interest in doing any lobstering with me?
I'm allergic.
Figures. So is Phil. That doesn't mean you can't pull them out of the water.
Wait, you're allergic to lobsters or George?
Oh, lobsters.
Okay.
But I'm also allergic to being yelled at on a boat, so I don't think it would go over very well.
See, you see, the problem is that you already have people believing that I'm just yelling at you on the boat. And
Watch the video. That's all I got to say.
why don't you
Watch the video.
watch the beginning of the video? People are going to say, no wonder he was yelling at you, Kincaid.
So just watch the video.
I'll watch the whole thing, and then I'll decide if I want to go lobstering. There's just not a lot of benefit because I don't get to eat them.
Let me tell you something. After we did that, Kincaid was sore. It's not easy lifting up those traps. Is it, Phil?
No, they get to be pretty heavy.
I'm sure.
Well, not as heavy when they're empty because we never got any lobsters. So.
because somebody stole them.
That's right. It was bad.
All right. Anyway,
Maria.
Well, first of all, let's give an overview. What's happening with the music school?
Thank you. Yes. So tomorrow we have a double necks concert coming up. That is a guitar duo. These guys are, I don't know how to say cool things. I'm a classical musician, but these guys are rock and roll. That's all I know.
Yeah, and if I didn't have we have a show in the afternoon that's done in this studio. So I was going to do it live, but I couldn't. So we were going to try to do it.
Oh yeah,
I can't pull it off. The studio's being used.
Well, it's going to be at the Nashua Community Music School. And right, Mike Lochi. Wonderful guitar player, amazing. So it's going to be tomorrow. Yeah, understatement.
Yeah, he is.
Tomorrow, it's going to be tomorrow, 3 p.m. The tickets are anywhere from $5 to $25. It's pay what you can. We want everyone to be able to go, and if you can afford more, the musicians would certainly appreciate it. And then just one last thing, few announcements. We still have spaces left in our flute choir class starting February 1st.
That might be better for you than lobstering. How's that? All right, go play in the flute class.
There's no ropes and no boats.
Yeah, and no one's yelling at you. I can assure you, if you don't get a note right, they're going to, Phil, don't do it like that. I don't talk like that when we're on a boat and you're about ready to die. And I got to worry about your wife.
Right. My life would not be in danger.
Do you know if you had gone over?
You know what the current is like in Great Bay? It's one of the worst currents. Even if you had tried to get me, you probably wouldn't have been able to.
So you wonder
not that you would have.
You wonder why I got a little loud, baby.
I understand. It was the father in you.
That's right. My father used to belt me and told
I heard
me
about that. I was
nothing.
listening the other day. Right. I was listening the other day.
You're lucky I didn't belt you.
It was my father would say, "I'm going to get the strap."
Well, he'd just give you a warning.
Yeah.
Mine would follow through.
So, flute choir. So we have flute choir coming up February 1st, Thursdays 5:30. We still have spaces in that. Please visit our website, nashuacms.org. Same with our very popular Intro to Singing class starting February 7th, and that's Wednesdays at 5:30.
Come on in, Bobby.
And then...
Keep talking.
Okay,
this is radio.
Sorry. And then one of our former musicians of the month, Katrina Sau, is actually going to have a debut performance with Symphony New Hampshire at the Symphony New Hampshire Fanfare, where she's going to be performing a piece she wrote. Really amazing. She's very talented.
I don't know what month she was in, but she was probably amazing when she was here. So.
She's a piano player. Yeah, it was a while ago, but she's incredible, and we're really happy that she has this opportunity.
Well, now that we got a music room, I know that we can bring drummers in soon.
Oh, that would be amazing.
Yeah.
We were Lindsay and I were talking about that. That would be amazing.
There's still a few little components we need to put together for that to happen, but it will happen.
You just let us know.
I know.
Yeah. And that's it for the school right now.
And that is Ashley Wright. She's the musical school sister. Well, where's Lindsay?
Well, see, Maria is a clarinet player like I am, and she needed someone to play her duet. So I volunteered to do radio today and play a duet with her.
Well, did you bring an instrument?
Yeah, it's right here.
What is it?
It's a clarinet.
Oh, we're lucky today. 2 clarinets. All right, young lady Maria, welcome to the studio. Good morning. I'm sorry you got caught up in all that lobster talk, but things go a little ways on the show in the morning. But nice to meet you. Let's talk a little bit about you. You've been playing that thing for 6 years.
Yeah.
Yeah. Do you aspire to play any other instrument, or is it that's?
Well, eventually, because I'm going into music education, I'm going to have to learn all the other instruments. So I'm going to take a woodwind master class, a brass master class, a vocals master class, and learn how to play percussion as well.
Maria Chouinard is with us. She's 16. She's the new National Community Music School's Musician of the Month from Alverin High School. You got any brothers and sisters?
Yes, I have a twin brother named Paul.
Oh, does he play?
No, he doesn't. We're opposites. He plays football, so he's like the more athletic
All
one.
right,
And
I got you.
Yeah.
I got you. And you've been going to the National Community Music School for 3 years. So where did you play the other 3 years? Who?
I took lessons with my middle school teacher, Mr. Sekla, his wife, Mrs. Sekla.
Yeah.
And then she got a new job, so she didn't have time for lessons anymore. But yeah, I still talk to her because she's really nice.
Now, how do you like the community music school? What is it that you do like about that? Bobby, you're going to have to work. Get up there and shut those doors or something. Somebody shut those doors, please. You got to take the left one first and close it. That's it. And put the right one in front of it and then pull it as tightly as you possibly can to keep the germs out. Think about that. And I know you'll pull them tight.
Airtight room.
There you go. All right, thank you. So you did that. You went 3 years there. Okay, so what is it that you like? I want to know what you like about the National Community
Well,
School.
what I really
Thank you.
Sorry. Okay, so what I really like about the National Community Music School is all the options it has other than just taking lessons. For example, I volunteered at an instrument petting zoo where I was in charge of the woodwinds, and what would happen is kids would come in and they would be able to play the different instruments. So I got to show them. A lot of kids really like the saxophone because it's probably the easiest woodwind instrument to play.
Yeah.
So it was kind of cool.
It's a instrument petting zoo.
Yes.
Where do you do that? At the school?
Yep, at the school.
When do you guys do that?
Well, we have it at different events. We last had it at our open house.
You put out all your instruments and just let people come on in and have a go.
Yep, we put out all of our public instruments.
Okay. Yeah, I'm sure.
And we have plenty of sanitizer.
And how many clarinets do you have? Oh, wait a minute. Go ahead, Bobby.
I was going to say, I like that. I was just thinking about that with the public and all sharing the same. I'm like,
Yeah, of course. That's all you think about.
George, I'm a nurse and I work in public health. And it's all about prevention of disease. George, you know that. But I like how you have it set up.
Thank you.
She's thinking about it too.
This is the director of public health right here. Bobby
Good
Bagley
morning.
with Nashua.
Good morning.
Okay, so we're looking forward to hearing a piece. If you want to tell us what we're about ready to hear.
All right, so every year my school does an event called Cabaret, and this year it's going to be March 24th and 25th, and it features all of our music, so band and choral groups. And this year our theme is going to be Kaleidoscope, and everyone has a different theme, so one of the choruses is British Invasion, and then I know the symphonic band, which I'm in, we're going to be around the world, so I wanted to play a piece from that called Arabesque, which I think is really cool because it kind of sounds like Snake Charmer.
Oh yeah. Watch out! This building's old. We don't know what's going to come up.
There are no holes in here though, George, so you might be safe.
You never know. When
tight,
she
right?
starts playing that, we're going to see what happens. All right. And do you need accompaniment on that?
Not for this.
This
one,
is solo.
For the next one that I have.
All right,
that
let's
I
give
will.
it a roll.
Yeah. So
Maria Chouinard is 16. She's the National Community Music School's Musician of the Month, and she's about ready to lay one down on us here live on the radio. You can watch it on the cam at WSMN1590.com right in the center. Go ahead.
all right, is the mic good?
Yeah, just
Okay,
go ahead.
all
We got them all on. Was that it?
Yeah.
Well, I was waiting for the snake to come out the floor here. Wow, you're really proficient at that.
Yeah, she's very
I mean, she makes it sound so easy.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah, she does.
Yeah. For a lot of us, we're probably not recognizing what the music is that you're actually playing. So, but the sound of it's beautiful. Yeah. So how much do you practice?
Well, this week I didn't get a lot of practicing done because I had midterms, but I normally try during all-state audition weeks, I'll try and practice 3 hours a week. Yeah.
What do you find to be the most challenging stuff that you try to play? Do you push yourself, or do you do something that you feels comfortable?
I definitely try and push myself. I auditioned for the New Hampshire All-State Band, and I got in, which is exciting. So that
Nice,
music,
congrats.
it's a lot more challenging than like my regular symphonic band music. So it's like really cool, and I get to play with like some of the like the best high school musicians in New Hampshire, and it's a really good time to be like around a lot of other people that are also really.
So, I mean, you're
passionate about
proficient
it.
at reading music, which I cannot do. So, I mean, when you're reading a very complicated piece of music, your fingers can already do it. Where's the actual struggle go? Trying to stretch a finger to get this or do that? Because you're reading it as you're reading a book. That's what complications to the brain that must be. See, because they read music like we read a book. And when you're reading a book, you get the story, your imagination flies. Over here, you're trying to apply what you're reading into your hands. That's not easy to do.
And what about the breathing? I think the breathing is a part of it too.
Yeah, well,
They don't tell you that in the music.
yeah, there's a lot. In addition to already having to like read the music, there's like a lot more you need to work on. Like I know for clarinets, we often have a lot of like 16th note runs.
Yeah.
And so you like look at it and you know what it means, but sometimes you like can't play it, so you have
Right.
to practice it
Oh.
over and over, just like with a sport, like or in gymnastics.
Yeah,
if
I
you have a
guess.
certain like
Yeah.
backflip you need to do, then you have
Everything,
to.
right?
Yeah.
Maria Chouinard is this month's new Nashville Community Music School's Musician of the Month, and inside they're going to be accompanying her on this next piece here is the Assistant Director of Nashville Community Music School, Ashley Wright, and she's here because she plays the flute too.
Clarinet.
Clarinet, I'm
Close.
sorry.
It's
sorry.
okay.
I'm so
Everyone.
I don't want to
everyone
insult
gets
anybody.
it
It's like
wrong.
calling an Irishman a Scotsman. It's very insulting. You can't do that. I'm sorry about that. So you're going to, what's the next thing we're going to hear, Maria?
All right, so this.
Speak
piece
into the mic.
Oh, sorry. Okay. So this next piece, it doesn't have a title. It's just like a page number. But I'm going to be performing it with my friend Danielle at the Solo and Ensemble Festival on February 10th. And I'm very excited. I really like this piece because both the first and second parts have like pretty equal distribution of the melody. So both people get to play the melody and kind of be like the star
This
of
kid's
it.
brilliant.
She is
Yeah.
good. That's why she does the petting zoo.
She's brilliant.
Yeah.
Brilliant.
We try and bring her out in public
I
as
see
much
a new-
as possible.
I see a new instructor in the future.
Yeah, right. Soon.
Okay,
Soon.
let's hear this now. All right, so the cam's on, and the pro here is going to give it a go, and they've got two of them both reading off the same sheet music. We'll hear it. All mics are on, so you don't have to worry about moving that
Okay.
microphone. From the Nashville Community Music School.
Wow, that was awesome.
What a difference when you add a backing to it from playing just solo. What a big difference!
Yeah, but-
It's more, it has more life to it.
Yeah.
You actually have a backing beat, kind of like almost that's accompanying.
But how do
Yeah,
you keep
yeah.
from getting confused? Like, how do you stay on
Practice.
your
Yeah.
track and your track? Because you were playing two different pieces of it, correct?
Yeah.
Well, yeah. I mean, they're two different parts to one song. So one of the
Yeah.
things you learn when you're in music lessons or you go to music school is that all the parts fit together in some way. And if it doesn't really sound like it at first, the more you practice it, the more you
right.
see
You
how it
didn't
fits
you didn't
together.
play instruments when you were young?
I did the organ.
Organ?
Oh.
What?
She's
Well,
old, that's old school.
Yeah,
Okay. All right. I'm sorry to tell you. They might call
They
them
don't call
keyboards today.
right. Yeah, exactly.
Yeah,
you
they're
hear that response?
pianos
Organ.
now.
Different.
Organ.
No, organ.
What's an
Usually
organ?
organists are really like dedicated. Did you ever play in church or anything like that?
No, you know what? I did it when I was probably in grammar school. Wow. And then, of
Wow.
course, when you're in grammar schools, that was when we first started taking music classes. Was in grammar school, around 4th or 5th grade is when you started. And then you all got to pick an instrument to play. Some in school they had the piano, but I had an organ, little keyboard. It was really probably a keyboard organ thing at home, and that's what I played.
Maria-
but my kids tried to do the wind stuff.
Chouinard is the National Community School musician. 16 years old. She goes to Alvin High School. She's in
awesome.
Hudson. She's been playing for 6 years. She's been at this National Community School for 3 years, and her plan is to get music education in college. So you want to be a professional musician? Do you want to be a teacher? What is it you want to do?
Well, so I really want to go into music education and more like middle school or high school, because I know like a lot of times it can be like a social struggle for kids, and for me when I like joined band, that was like a place of belonging, and I know it really helped my transition from middle school to high school, because you have band camp during the summer and you meet all these upperclassmen. It's like you see them in the hallways and you're like pretty much already like accepted into your school community, which is like really awesome.
Yeah, because it doesn't matter where you go. You guys speak the same language, and you get right on in. Brilliant. She's a very smart young
She has
lady.
a plan.
Unbelievable. All right. Anything
Nice.
else this morning?
I don't have anything else for the school.
You want to play us a little thing to take us to a break?
Yeah, so I have one more piece here, and I had to pick something from one of my favorite movies, which is Harry Potter. And this is from Harry Potter and the Prisoner of Azkaban, and it's called A Window to the Past. And if I really love like any kind of like movie music. Whenever I'm like studying, I always listen to the soundtracks to movies. And this, for anyone, so that you have like some kind of context of what's going on, anyone familiar with the Harry Potter series, this comes from the scene where Remus is talking to Harry about his parents, and he's telling him how he's like his dad James. So it's called like A Window to the Past, because he's like thinking about like his parents, and he like never met them. So.
She's so articulate.
She's
She's brilliant. Absolutely brilliant. Oh, I can't wait to hear it. Go ahead.
All right.
Brilliant. Fantastic job. You're going to do very well in the future. I can tell you that right now.
Yeah.
Thank you for getting up early and coming on in. And we
yeah.
appreciate you sharing your talent with us on the radio this morning. We all enjoyed that. And we thank you, too, for coming in and accompanying us. That added quite a bit of body to it.
Thanks.
If I would have added an instrument to that right there, I would have put a cello behind that. That would have
That would have been awesome.
Yeah.
Next time.
Yeah,
We'll
we've
work
got
on
the
that.
room.
Yeah.
Thank you. Wonderful job. We wish you well.
Thanks.
All right, we're going to take a break, come right back, and do some stuff on public health right here on WSMN 1590. The website's WSMN1590.com, where you can watch it actually unfold before your eyes. Quick break, be right back.